Thank you very much for staying here with us on Pulse. My name is Nathaniel Atto, and it's time to discuss some serious sports business. Now, there have been calls from, the public for the inclusion of Sule Ali Muntari, him, in Ghana's squad for the 2022 World Cup playoff against Nigeria. Now, speaking after scoring his first goal for Ghana Premier League giants Accra Hearts Vogue, on Wednesday. The 37-year-old was asked that very simple question about, just making it into the national team again. He had a very interesting answer, but do remember that he made a couple of appearances, 84 of them, and scored 20 goals for Ghana, and did not completely rule out a return to the Black Stars when he was asked that very big question. So, should Otuado consider a Sule Muntari selection for the upcoming call-up? Joining me here in the studio is Joe Bote of Joy Sports, and he's been doing some, digging, and he's got something to share with us. Thank you very much one more time.
Great.
Are you surprised?
First of all, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised because prior to him even making his debut in the Ghana Premier League, I said I had watched him a couple of training sessions and I saw what he could bring into the Ghana Premier League and to Accra Hearts of Oak. Now, Muntari has made his debut, played 5 games, came off the bench in his first game, played 15 minutes, and his minutes has grown. So I'm not surprised that Ghanaians are interested in seeing such a great player play for the Ghanaian club and also make such an impact in our league, and are expecting that to be replicated into our national team. So I'm not surprised that these arguments are out there.
Now, this is the other bit of the conversation. Muntari, what at all is he going to add if you have him in there? There are those who feel that maybe, you need more energetic players in the midfield for the Black Stars. Also something that, well, maybe he's done his bit and should just, leave it at that.
Personally, in my opinion, I look at Muntari as an experienced player. But I believe this is a moment in time where we are looking to qualify to the next stage of the competition, and that is getting into the World Cup. We're facing a Nigerian side that had the 6th youngest squad in the AFCON that was played earlier this year, with an average age of 25.7 years. Very young, very energetic. Muntari would bring an experience into the side, but would not be able to play and give that experience on the pitch. And that's where I feel is the problem. If we are bringing or calling up a player, we are looking at the impact he can make on the pitch. Yes, leadership-wise, we will be without our captain, Ayu, but that doesn't mean we don't have leaders in the team. So I believe Muntari coming into the squad would bring a lot of question marks, because is he going to play or is he going to be on the bench? And that's where the problem is.
Is he going to play? Is he going to be on the bench? Big question indeed. But does that in any way shake or ruffle any feathers in the Super Eagles side, considering that they faced him in times past and they know what he can do?
Looking at the Nigerian setup, the squad list that was released, it was a very balanced squad. Their midfield had players like Wilfred Ndidi, Joe Aribo, and the likes. That's a good midfield. We are without Kudus, likely, and we are without Ayu, who is official. But then, if Muntari is to come and play in there, facing that midfield, we would need a lot of help in terms of him tracking back and him progressing the ball. He may be able to help with the squad, but then that Nigerian squad would put a lot of pressure on us in our midfield, because they know we are one man down with a grown player. That is where the problem is. So Muntari is a great player, great addition, could help in games where we know we want to move the ball. But then, for such a game, it's too huge to take such a risk and gamble to put Muntari out there. That's where the problem is for me.
A bigger risk, you think?
Bigger risk. The reason why I speak more on the risk is because the intensity of the Ghanaian Premier League is different from the intensity that would face against Nigeria. The Ghana Premier League is more relaxed. He's played more minutes. Yes, he's growing. But then the impact won't be the same, because you are facing players that are playing on the highest levels. Indeed, he plays for Leicester City. Let's consider that. He's playing a top role. And such players move with quickness and swifts. So where they are not going to leave spaces, and where they know how to move the ball. And Muntari will not be able to cover all that ground within the 90-minute period. And that's where the problem is. We can lose. This is a game we need high concentration and we need high focus. And we need players that can give us high energy as well to match what the Nigerians are bringing. So that's why I believe.
Well, if you don't have a Muntari effect, what really do you lose then, you know, in the midfield setup for the Black Stars in this specific game?
In this specific game, we don't lose much if we don't add Muntari. I believe we have great midfielders. We have Thomas Partey. Thomas can move the ball. For what we see him do in Arsenal, he can play as a box-to-box player, which Muntari would be doing for us. We don't lose much if Partey is in there, because that's a similar role to what Muntari would give us if we were to play that game. So I really don't see the minuses or the pluses that Muntari will give us in our midfield. He can come off the bench in the latter end and would be okay. But then, I think Partey is enough for us in such a midfield.
Well, we're still awaiting the final squad that will be put together. We're still awaiting that list from Coach Otuado, and we're looking forward to doing some analysis on it as well. As to whether or not a Muntari will be added, still a very big question mark indeed. Well, thank you very much, though. Thank you very much. We'll be doing some more monitoring of the situation. And so thank you very much for doing the listening. And there's a lot more to follow, especially as we await the announcement of the squad that will be training and getting ready for that crucial set of games to determine between Nigeria and Ghana who goes to the next FIFA World Cup in Qatar. Thanks for watching. My name is Nathaniel Atto, and I have love for sport.